Hello, I'm here to preface and just say, hear me out. It's hard for the story to flow. I'm talking about some pretty heavy things that happened to me back to back to back, and I've never sat in front of a camera and told stories. It's all just weird and new to me. The idea of sharing my story is super daunting because of the things that I'm sharing. I also grapple with like a fear of seeming narcissistic or self-absorbed, but I'm gonna get over that and confront my own biases, and bear with me. Thank you. Also, disclaimer, I'm not a professional at all. I have no certifications. These are just my experiences. So, Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, I'm nervous. It's okay. I'm Sam. I don't know what I'm doing, but that's okay. I deleted a lot of my socials back in 2020, most of them back in 2020 when quarantine was going on. I would get far too sucked into the online world. I have a pretty addictive personality, as I've learned and we will all learn. Like, especially TikTok. TikTok was so, it sucked me in so bad. Such a heavy time regarding politics, and everybody just had nothing better to do than to be online. I got rid of it. I enjoyed not having it. It was hard at first, but then you kind of just realize, like, I don't need to know that Jessica's grandchild got a hamster today. I don't need to know that. Unless I really care about Jessica, then I'll probably text Jessica about freaking Hammy. I don't know Jessica, so why the fuck do I care about her kid's hamster and the fact that it died and where they're burying it? Like, I don't care. I had to make myself not care because my brain will lock in and care if I let it. 2020 was also a very heavy time of drinking. I kind of really started to drink because nothing else to do. And I moved in 2021. Things shifted for me. I was at the top of my game. It was a fresh start. I was doing like amazing things. I was getting my school done, running races. I ran a half marathon for the first time. I was hiking and exploring and really coming into myself and who I wanted to be and setting my future up, and I really cared. And then something happened, and I'm not willing to share anything about what happened, but it completely flipped my whole world, and I started to use alcohol as a heavy crutch. And I was still going to work, still paying my bills, still doing all the things that I needed to do, but I realized it was becoming an issue. This originally started with me wanting to get sober. I was gonna make a video about my sobriety and going to get sober. Newsflash, I didn't. I was really struggling. I've tried to go sober many times. That took me a while to realize I can't drink like a normal person. I'm a normal person. I can just have a glass of wine. That glass of wine turns into way too much bottles of wine. Come down from alcohol, I get so sad. So unbelievably sad. I always thought just because I wasn't as bad as other things that I've seen, like I don't get violent. I'm not someone who I am proud of when I drink. And it's taken me a long time to realize that. There's so many things I have to be sorry for. Just off the top of my head, scream crying. I've ran away from my friends, stolen cars. I've just done a lot of things that I really regret, and that I think saying out loud and talking about that really helped me to get rid of some of these demons. I am trying to graduate. These just keep getting put off, And I drink, and then I'm like, la-da-dee, la-da-da, life's too short, the world's on fire anyway, so why don't I just drink? And I don't want to feel that way anymore. And like I said, I've gone through sober spells before. I loved it. It was fun. It was fun being DD for my friends. It was fun being aware of everything that is going on. It was fun saving money. Oh my gosh. Do you guys realize how expensive it is to have any kind of addiction? When you really map it out, it's kind of scary. I have thought, what is my voice gonna do? I'm not going to be able to change the world. The older I get, the more I realize that it's not about changing the whole world. If you change yourself and you are positive and making a positive impact on yourself and others, you're changing their world and you're changing your world. Just because you feel like everything else is on fire doesn't mean that you shouldn't try every waking moment to be the best you that you can be. And that's where we're at. I'm studying health sciences, so it's really just healthy fitness, wellness, lifestyle, and every chapter that I was taking in all my classes was just screaming at me that I'm destroying myself. And I would feel like such a hypocrite if I wanted that to be my career path and I was trying to lead people into a path of light when I myself was walking with so many demons. And I don't want my words to just be hollow. I also realized that every shadow in my life, every regret, every missed opportunity, broken promise, fractured relationship, they all trace back to the origin of alcohol. And I can confidently say that all of my deepest regrets, I was the architect of. I was just fueling it with a substance that promises such solace. It really just brought me more sorrow than anything. Plus, I even injured myself. Went to a concert with my friend and we pre-gamed a little too hard.
Disgusting. You guys hear that? An hour. Ian, do you have my location? Are you sure? Whores.
Better now.
Shit.
Dude, there was one time. So,
Here's a napkin.
I had the room that was considered.
Diane!
And I ended up having to leave the concert early. I just remember sitting there and I was so excited for the concert. I was so drunk. I was so blistered. It was my last conscious decision. I was thinking, if I don't leave here now, I'm gonna embarrass myself, I'm gonna throw up, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I need to get out of here. I must leave. So my boyfriend and I left the concert early. We had to walk kind of a far distance to get to the car, and I absolutely ate shit. And I sprained my hand, and I thought I broke my wrist. I had to go get x-rays the next morning. It was my cute little dainty little hand.
Look at that shit, bro.
Oh my god. It's horrible. It's horrible. So that was also, just like kind of a cherry on top as to like, fucking chill, bitch. I failed miserably after that. It didn't start that way. After that attempt, things were going smoothly. My earth kind of completely shifted again. I lost a close family member. This is only a few days after I have decided to go sober. I didn't. Feeling good. I called my mom like I do every day. She showed me something that a patient had given to her. It was very, very sweet. It was like, this is a pocket hug, and keep it tight and know that you are loved. Something along those lines. Oh, that's really sweet. And then we get to talking. And then the next day, I find out that my family member passed away. I really didn't want to get out of bed today. Wasn't feeling good. So, got my butt up. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to keep moving and choose to take this day for what it is. And I'm thankful to be here. And I am blessed. And I am loved. It just hurts me so bad. I can't be there. Like, it actually makes my bones ache a little bit that I can't be there with my family. Like, I hate being so far away. The fact that that patient of my mom's gave her that little pocket hug, timing on that is insane. I talked to my dad as well. He put it into a perspective of many people have gone before us and many people are going to go after us. Some sting a little bit more than others, and you know, all we can do is move on. Oh my God. And everything's gonna be okay. Good thing I didn't do my makeup yet, right? Let's do our makeup. I'm gonna get cute and I'm gonna have a good day. And he was always there and has always been there in times of need when my family has needed it. I got to go home for the services and I was able to be there for them, and that was such a blessing. But I did have to come back home. I do live really far, so I got home and I decided I want to rally all my friends together because my family was going on a float trip for my family member who passed away. So I wanted to get my friends together to float in solidarity for him. I consider myself an avid floater. I've done this before. I've done this exact trip before and it was beautiful and it was amazing. I had such a great time. On this float trip, I decided that I was going to have some honorary drinks. Pour one out for a homie, if you will. And I completely blacked out. I rallied all my friends to do this with me and I completely blacked out because I had been trying to be sober before that. So when you're trying to be sober and then you drink again, you're kind of drinking like you used to drink and you can't do that anymore. So it really consumed me. And the very few memories that I have snapshots of me coming to and like just slamming up against the side of the rapids, like where the trees are, just like I was just a flesh suit. I was just flinging around. I wasn't helping anyone. If anything, I was hindering everyone. I had another flashback of my final come to and sobering moment was when I realized that we were not back to the car and it was dark. And my friends were literally like Incredible style, you know, when Dash is like in the back and he's like guiding everyone to safety. That was my friends. I saw I was like, what is happening? Completely blacked out, and it ruined it for my friends. My friend who has never been floating before just had such disdain towards the trip, which totally valid. And I so get it. That sucks so bad. There's so much more that happened. I'm really not doing the impact of the float trip justice. To paint a picture, one of my friends, she's very, very talented. She's super cool. She made a scrapbook page for that day. This is what it looked like. How gorgeous. She's so talented and my friends are so cool. But yeah, it was pretty scary. If you're not back to the car by the time it's dark, you can't see anything. And we all got super burnt. I had blisters from being so burnt. I had splinters. To this day, our group chat is called Post Float Day Support Group. It's a joke, but at the time, we were struggling. And I wasn't even there for it. Like, I remember, well, I don't remember, but I woke up in the morning, I was in my swimsuit on my couch, and I had a hat that I was wearing, and it was so dirty. I mean, I didn't care. It's like, I'm taking this hat floating. I don't care that it's so dirty. But how did it get so dirty? I had no idea. And then the next morning, I get a live picture of me just chucking my hat into the abyss that is the river. So it's just scary. It's scary not knowing what happened. It's scary not knowing who is driving your body when you're not there. Consistently, when we talked about the trip after that, my friend would say how terrible it was and how it was the worst time of her life. And I'm like, okay, enough. Like, that was for my family member who passed. And that hurts my feelings. But I mean, now that I've gotten away from everything, I realize that I wasn't mad at her for feeling that way about the trip or for talking negatively about this beautiful celebration that I was supposed to have. I was mad at myself for completely fucking blacking out for it. And that was the experience that I gave her, when I totally know I'm capable of so much more than that. So disappointing. But even after that, I continued to drink. I was having fun. I went to Kesha. I don't think you can go to Kesha sober.
You certainly can. Totally capable. Totally.
Just doing my thing. I was having fun, and then I do become so sad, and I do experience such crazy emotions on my come down from alcohol in the days after. Like, I just shouldn't do it. If you give me free will, boy, will I. I just became a breeding ground for procrastination, and I just saw my good intentions like slowly begin to wither again. Yes, you're paying your bills. Yes, you're doing everything on time, but how fulfilled do you feel? How do you feel not remembering things? Like, hello?
This part kind of didn't flow very well, but what I'm trying to say was I needed to lock in. I needed structure. I found comfort in the chaos in my life. After the Kesha concert, my come down was not very good. It's a sadness episode, and I just kind of was over it. I'm super competitive, so give me a challenge. I'm gonna want to do it and do it right, tricking myself and saying, oh, you're not going sober. You're gonna do a challenge, and the 75 hard challenge, my friends have done it before, so that's what I decided to do. I couldn't really say that.
I felt such a surge of hope. Like, this was gonna be my catalyst for change. This was the structure that I needed. Say it takes 21 days to build a habit. 75 seemed like it'd do the trick. I'm starting my 75 hard experience. It's my last night being a delinquent, and I just sent my boyfriend out to get a buzzball and some ice cream so I can say goodbye. I think it's gonna be great. This is what I've written on our dry erase board. Hard day one, even though the things that we need to do: follow our diet, we already know what it is, drink our water, read our 2 workouts, journal a little bit, and then take a picture. So day 1. Woo! I know last night I was dancing and super excited, but I actually ended up having a mental breakdown. Not horribly, I was just crying. I just felt bad for everything that I have been doing lately to myself and to others, and I really haven't been watering a lot of seeds that need to be very damaging for everyone involved. That's one of the reasons I'm doing this and taking the initiative. Today I went for a run. I did not want to. I got up early, I went for a run, and I had the worst cramp of my life in my side. So I had to walk back home after having to sit for a while and breathe because I thought I was gonna throw up, which is just sad and not what I was expecting from today. But I can't be disappointed because my expectations weren't met. I still got out there. It's day 1, and I'm gonna keep it up. Since it is day 1, I'm gonna be detoxing, and I'm gonna fast
a little bit today. You can come for me about it if you want to. I don't see any harm in one day of fasting. I really think I need some clarity, and this is the way to do it for me. And it's not gonna fucking kill me.
First week was great. I was getting my workouts in, no matter what that meant. Playing basketball, going to the gym, learning to dance. That was another thing that I did. In the initial days, I noticed my body like completely bloat. I think it was just kind of rejecting everything, and then it needed to kind of clear out. It was day 12. I completely slimmed out. I had more time for things that I had been procrastinating.
Another funny thing I did, because it's so hot where I live, I swam for a lot of my workouts, and my hair can't handle that, so I had to get a swim cap. And that was just really fun for me. I've never had one of those. I'm officially taking it too far. And I got a swim cap.
I had more energy to be a proper cat mom. I love my kitty. You're right, my boy. Learning new recipe. Handmade a pizza from scratch for the first time ever. It was more in tune with nature than ever before, because one of the things that you have to do is go outside. I just noticed things so much more. There was a hummingbird just sitting on my patio, and he followed me the whole day. The whole day. I went to my gym complex, and he sat outside of the gym window, and then when I came back to my place, he was sitting on my chair, and I just like left him water and some like little fruits. On new hobbies, I got a keyboard to learn piano.
Check it. Ready?
Reading books again. I was just allowing myself to feel and for my thoughts to be free, and those weren't manifesting themselves in drinking.
Oh, the asshole. Oh my god, I watched Youngblood's cover changes. I got goosebumps and tears. I'm gonna play the piano because I feel inspired and I'm sad. This was a crash out over Ozzy Osbourne's death, and I think I was about to start my period, but I'm very proud at the end. I caught that I just said I'm sad and I'm gonna go play piano because I'm inspired, when before I would have spiraled and done horrible things. So I'm proud of myself.
I felt so good. Exactly 1 month into the 75 hard journey, I was struck with some of the worst news of my life, that yet another one of my family members was going on hospice. It was my sweet grandma.
I'm currently trying to feel something. I'm drinking a 0.0% non-alcoholic beer. I have to fly home for other horrible reasons. And all I want to do is drink. And I'm very happy that I'm doing this challenge, because I think that that's how I would be drowning my sorrows right now. Clearly, because I have to drink a non-alcoholic beer to make it okay. Whatever I need to do. I didn't get 2 of my workouts in because of everything that's going on, but that's okay. I'm gonna give myself some grace. I don't need to start over. I've already come very far, and I'm proud of myself. But pray for me. Send some good vibes, because a bitch needs it.
Was just the sweetest, kindest, cutest lady to ever walk this planet. My sister said it best. I know that heaven is for real because she was a slice of heaven on earth. Yeah. Hit me like fucking tidal wave. And thankfully, I was able to go home, to be with my family, to be with her all the way up until her final moments. My family is super supportive, really know how to rally together. I was beyond thankful to be there. Oh my God, no way. I just got a relax reminder on my watch. A hospice nurse said to my mom, like, we usually offer support to families, but it doesn't look like you guys will need it. Fortunate I was to be surrounded such love. The reason that we were there and had such love for each other was because of this woman. During those few days, do my workouts, really sat bedside pretty much the whole time. I didn't want that to stop me. Something happened also when she passed. I felt so much more connected spiritually. And so in these days, I went to church for the first time in a really long time. My mom wanted me to. Of course, during these times, I'm gonna be. It was really beautiful. It was horrible, but it was the most beautiful. Got back home, weirdly enough, during this time. I already had a trip planned to go back. It was like 2 weeks before, so I just had to kind of power through those 2 weeks. Got through those few days, and I saw so many signs of her. For example, I saw this girl's phone case, and it was blue and floral and really gorgeous, and it reminded me of my grandma. I told her, like, hey, I love your phone case, and it ended up her name was my grandma's name, which is Shirley S. Like, that's pretty unique. No, I thought that was kind of weird. So I got through that time. It was really, really, really hard. I was back for my birthday. I got to be with my family again. I celebrated my birthday and my cousin's birthday because they're around the same time. It was the first sober birthday I've had, and I can't even tell you, like 10 years, I don't know. It was beautiful. I had so much fun. I did karaoke. I still was consistent in my workouts while I was there. I was working out. I did have a piece of cake. Fucking sue me. It was my birthday. I had a piece of cake. Whatever. After my trip, I got back home and I was determined to finish the challenge even as the final days seemed to stretch. 14 days left. I feel good. I'm gonna run faster than I ran yesterday. I was running like 11-minute miles. That's kind of lame. I'm gonna run fast. You hear that, KK? And I just kept moving and moving.
Keep in mind, this clip is the day before what I'm about to tell you. Day 74, which is really didn't want to do my workout. Cute shirt. It says empowered women empower women, and I was like, yeah. I'm ready. I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna force myself. Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes because my sunscreen is sweating off into my eyes and it hurts. It's got hit with sudden sadness. It's just crazy how grief can hit you. I was freaking out a little bit, so tried calling my mom and she didn't answer, and usually I would spiral and freak out. I just took a breath and I ran, and some really good songs came on, and I feel so much better. The grief aspect of things, how they would want me to have success and continue on and flourish, even though it's so hard. I almost feel guilty. Like, how can I be happy without them? Their light is shining in me and through me, and I will share that, and I want to share that. I want to keep that alive. It's hard. You need reminders, you need support.
I made it to the final day of the 75 days, which is so long, but the time flew. Received news an old friend of mine had passed away. Today is the last day. I'm done. I can do what I want, but it's a tough one. I can clear my head because it's a bittersweet day today. I found out I lost someone that I was once very close to. Hard and weird thing to process for me. I'm doing my best. I'm thankful I formed these habits. I have energy right now. I'll go run to kind of ground myself a little. My friend is coming over tonight to be here for me because I kind of sent out an SOS because I don't really know how to feel. I know that I need to, I don't know what I need to. Keep moving. It's been a very, I'm gonna go run. I'm gonna go run this out. I actually used to date him. It was extremely weird to process. I remember I found out early in the morning. I had to like go wake my boyfriend up and be like, hey, can you like wake up? I'm sad because my ex died. I need a hug. He was more than just like an ex. He was a light to any room. He walked into anyone that he met. He didn't know a stranger. It was just such an undeserving soul. Actually been thinking about him throughout this sobriety 75 hard journey. He was someone who was there for me. One of my lowest points from alcoholism, he witnessed. I don't know if you're familiar with the 12-step program or AA or any of that, but in those processes you write letters to people that you've wronged or that you've hurt. And I was never planning on doing a 12-step program or writing letters or doing anything like that, but it is someone that I would have loved to express my remorse for the pain that he had to witness and to share the joys and the progress of life. And then he was just gone. You say it comes in threes, which it wasn't true because I was told that within the first death. I don't think it's always the case, but I am so thankful this 75 hard challenge coincided with these losses. I know I would have easily fallen into a loop of drinking and of sorrow because that's what I wanted to do. That was my initial reaction. I was able to handle the emotions for what they were. I didn't run away. I didn't drown them with a bottle. I fucking conquered them. I learned from them. I added those lessons to my arsenal of coping mechanisms. Getting help and reaching out and saying that I have a problem. The outcome would have been far more disappointing and regretful if I was not forced to be sober for those 75 days. I am so thankful to the good Lord, baby Jesus above.
I didn't really get a proper outro to this. I'm just kind of popping in just some of the things I feel that I learned about myself. It is impossible to love someone who doesn't love themselves. That's a really hard pill to swallow because I had to admit that I didn't love myself at the time. But the emotional well-being of a relationship relies on a mutual exchange of affection and respect, and when self-love is absent, it makes it exceedingly difficult, if not impossible, to fill the well of another person's heart. So you really have to start with loving yourself. And a way that I've done this in the past to kind of reteach myself that I love myself is singing love songs to myself, like any love song, but singing it to me. And it's a tool that I used to use before, and it's silly, but it's a tool that was always there, and I was just letting it collect dust, like most of the other tools that I have. No one is in control but me, I can only blame what I'm doing on traumas and past mistake and substances and grief, or the world being on fire for so long before it's too late, because I'm increasingly learning that life is so short and the people we lose along the way, and I'm just gonna sit here and like feel bad for myself, like get lost. Monkey see, monkey do. The world is literally hardwired for us to be addicted and insane. But I can't blame anyone else for the way that I'm acting except for me. I may have been given a bad hand at times, but I still control my reaction over these things. And like, how dare I jeopardize what I have been given? And like, mind you, I know this isn't groundbreaking news, like duh, but it can be easy to lose sight of a vision, especially in hardships. I want to do this for women like my grandma, who suffered through so much abuse and little opportunity and just had to do it in silence. But I sit here and sulk about the state of the world. I just want to do this. No. I am going to do this every day for those who can't anymore or were never given the opportunity. It caused me to do so many things that I regret. Like, I guarantee if you had a gym full of people that I have ever known, claimed to have loved, and you asked them if they have been personally victimized by me, an uncomfortable amount of hands for me would go up. And I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, I apologize. And I promise, if I have wronged you, I've thought about it and I've sulked about it, thought about those regrets every day for far too long. And I want to be free of my own judgmental thoughts. I'm tired of coasting. I want to be soaring. And I feel like this is the start. Super scary for me to be vulnerable and put myself out there like this. And if it helps at least one person, I'm okay with that. And if not, then this is just a thank you for anyone who's ever helped me out. If you've ever said that you're proud of me, made me laugh, gave me a gift, gave me money, cried with me, danced with me, anything. If our paths have crossed, I promise I think of you, and I'm such a big cheerleader for you and for us. Thank you. If you're struggling, you're not alone. You're not weak, and I'm here for you. I'm always open to listen to stories, and I have a lot more stories to share if anyone's interested. I originally wanted this to be about fitness and my journey and tips and tricks and things of that sort to help, but I couldn't do that without giving the overall picture. I really feel like the only person who stayed to the end is like my family, so I love you guys. Mwah.
If you stuck around until the end, thank you. The overall message is that we all just need to lean on each other and take care of each other right now, especially ourselves. We're living in such a fast-paced and angry time, and if everybody would just soften their hearts and face their demons and start taking care of one another day by day and little by little, regardless of how that person is treating you or behaving, and not be so quick to judge, the world would be such a better place. We have so much work to do. Everyone is going through something fucking horrible, and I just want to vibe and giggle and have fun while we all navigate and learn about this world. Take care of yourself. Check on your people, dude. If you think about them, text them. Doesn't matter how small, just do it. We have to be there for each other.